This Good Morning Northwest Morning Sprint is brought to you by Bill's Heating and Air Conditioning.
All right, 6:53, time to get you ready to take on your Tuesday here in the Morning Sprint.
City Charles has the latest details on a kidnapping story that made national headlines for days.
Bronte Sorotsky live with details on a market featuring local artists from across the inland Northwest.
Mark has your forecast on a much cooler temps for the week.
But we begin with details on an emergency declaration issued by Governor Jay Inslee related to strong thunderstorms that hit earlier this month for Douglas and Grant counties. The storm causing several wildfires and flash flooding that damaged roads, including this section of Highway 2 near the community of Farmer between Waterville and Coulee City that was washed out. The state is working to hire emergency contractors to try to repair that damage as soon as possible.
Eastern Washington Representative Cathy McMorris-Rogers responded to environmentalists' plan to file a lawsuit to breach the lower Snake River dams. According to McMorris-Rogers, the group accuses the Army Corps of Engineers of killing salmon and violating the Endangered Species Act, claiming the court has authority to order dam removal. Now, McMorris-Rogers says the lawsuit is fundamentally flawed.
2 men are being treated for serious injuries for crashing their motorcycles in Colfax. Whitman County deputies say Ryan Martin of Moses Lake and Daniel Curtis of Ritzville were riding side by side when one of them turned into the other. Both went down into a ditch. Martin was taken to a hospital in Colfax. Curtis was airlifted to Sacred Heart in Spokane.
A cooler start today as we look at our First Alert weather, and that First Alert weather app would be great to have. You're going to know what's happening. 64 right now into downtown. We have temperatures 64 into Coeur d'Alene, a little cooler into Cheney. You're sitting at 57. Forecast radar, variable clouds, and then we're going to have a sunny afternoon. Things are looking pretty good as we look at what we can expect temperature-wise. It's going to climb up nicely. 79 our high, or 80 our high today.
I-90 closed in both directions near Kittitas yesterday when a semi-truck caught fire and started a brush fire. The driver of the truck was injured and taken to a hospital. I-90 is now fully reopened in both directions.
The small city of Beauville in Latah County is under water restrictions, according to the mayor. All of the city's wells are dangerously low. Beauville is asking people who live and work there not to water yards or fill pools and use as little water as possible, even for laundry and showers.
People living in Cheney are being asked to vote on a tax for a new community pool in the primary election. It would replace the current pool, which was closed 2 years ago because of mechanical failures and age. If they vote in favor of it, voters will fund up to $13 million for the new pool. It would feature a 25-yard pool for lap swimming, then a separate recreational pool with a lazy river, diving board, a water slide, and more.
Spokane City Council heard an amendment last night that will allow middle housing in all residential zones. Middle housing includes things like townhomes, duplexes, and triplexes. The amendment was designed to support House Bill 1110. The goal is to make 2 main changes. First, changing outdated terminology related to housing zone types, and next, speeding up the zoning change process. The vote on the middle housing bill will take place this coming Monday.
And a kidnapping story out of Alabama has officially been dismissed as a hoax. This comes as Carlee Russell's lawyer is set to meet with police today. Authorities in Alabama delivered an update to the case of Carlee Russell during a Monday news conference. A statement from the 25-year-old's lawyer admitting there was no kidnapping was read during the conference yesterday. Authorities are now considering whether to charge Russell. They're also calculating how much this hoax will cost them in resources. Details on how Russell's story began and why suspicions were raised about her alleged disappearance is coming up next.
Well, if you're looking for something fun to do this Sunday and maybe you want to support some local artists, get some new art for your home, the 33 Artist Market is happening here at the Wonder Building, and as the name suggests, it will feature 33 local artists from here in Spokane. So if you want to come out and support them, that's happening this Sunday here starting at 11, and it's of all people of all ages, so feel free to come out, check out some local art.
A traffic update. The project that was set to close East Upriver Drive and the Centennial Trail in Spokane has now been pushed back until next Monday, July 31st. The Department of Transportation reopened those areas after closing them in the morning. They reopened them yesterday afternoon, announcing they need more time for manhole inspections.
Another project that will close the TJ Meanock Bridge the same day. This means some major detours will be needed because TJ Meanock is the only bridge that connects Government Way to Northwest Boulevard.
And some good news for drivers on Spokane South Hill. The construction impacting Freya on the South Hill should be complete this week. It's been closed to drivers for just about 2 weeks. You can get updates on all the latest road projects and closures right now on KXLY.com. Check the weather right after this.